Hi, my name is Haley Reese, and the purpose of this speech is to persuade that the elderly should receive free bus passes. According to AAA, 50% of middle-aged population and 80% of people in their 70s will suffer from arthritis, which is crippling inflammation in their joints, which makes turning, flexing, and twisting painful. The elderly should get free bus passes because not only is it far too dangerous for them to drive, but it'll keep them healthier too, encouraging them to go out and get some exercise. We're all going to get old one day, and I'm sure it would be very beneficial to us if we were able to receive free bus rides to see our children and our families, and to go grocery shopping and go to local parks so we could get some exercise. It's not good for humans to stay cooped up in a house all day long, because humans are meant to move. Research from AAA, the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, and other reliable organizations on this topic have statistics and facts on why it's too dangerous for the elderly to drive. There was research done saying that the more active the elderly are, the healthier they will be physically and mentally. If providing free bus rides means encouraging the elderly to get out of the house, this will show that in the long run it is saving large amounts of taxpayers' money. First, the elderly should get free bus rides so they're not putting themselves and others at risk on the roads. Second, they should give free bus rides because it will encourage them to go out and be part of society. Next, people don't realize that eventually it'll be saving taxpayers' money. Finally, it'll keep them healthier. Instead of keeping them trapped in a house all day long, they can go out and talk to their friends and family, which can then lead to lower stress levels and reduce the risk of depression and stress. First, I'll explain why it's too dangerous for the elderly to be driving. According to Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the risk of being injured or killed in a motor vehicle crash increases with age. In 2012, more than 5,560 older adults were killed and more than 214,000 were injured. This amounts to 15 older adults killed and 586 injured in crashes every day. Fatal crash rates increase at ages from 70 to 74, and they are highest among people who are 85 years old and older. This is mainly due to medical complications among older drivers. The elderly suffer from weaker muscles, reduced flexibility, and limited range of motion. This will restrict the ability of senior drivers to grab the steering wheel, to press the accelerator and the brake, and to reach to open doors and windows. Since elderly are more fragile, their fertility rate is about 17 times higher than that of a younger driver from the ages from 25 to 64. The elderly tend to lack being part of society. They're there, but they're not involved and have boring lives. Having a free bus pass will encourage them to go to the nearest community hall and attend bingo or chat with their friends. This will help them remain an active member in society. In doing so, it'll keep them off the roads so that this will provide us with safer highways. Also, talking to people and playing bingo will keep their brains functioning and working. It'll cause the elderly people to not be so depressed so they can actually enjoy their day instead of dreading it. The fatal crash rate will decrease significantly, which will make us not worry about our family members being on the road. Depression and stress takes a toll on our life as younger people. I wonder what it would do to someone who is older. They don't get to do anything except sit at home all day long and watch television. I'm sure they wish that they could go out and be able to do something. They deserve to be an active member in society. Lack of physical activity is what causes our elderly to be so impaired, not old age. If having free bus rides will encourage our elderly to go out and be active, it'll then reduce the risk of medications and hospitalizations. Imagine not having to worry about when our family members are on the roads. With the elderly not driving as much, we wouldn't have to worry. The fertility crash rate will decrease, and with that happening, we can have a world with healthier grandparents. We can meet them at local parks and go for walks, and they can meet their friends that they probably haven't seen in a while. By keeping the elderly active, it decreases a lot of problems that they already have. They wouldn't have so many doctor's visits, not as many issues, and decreased amount of Alzheimer's and dementia, because their brains would be more active. Many elderly suffer from depression because they are isolated. Regular moderate physical activity can help manage stress levels and improve your mood. Being active on a regular basis may help reduce the feelings of being depressed. This will help our elderly be happier with lower stress levels. Lastly, we all have grandparents and parents who are elderly. If giving them free bus passes will help them be healthier and encourage them to go out and get some exercise instead of staying cooped up, then I think we all know it's right to do. If you are more worried about your taxes being high than your loved ones being healthy, then you are wrong. The elderly should get free bus passes because not only is it far too dangerous for them to drive, but it'll keep them healthier too, encouraging them to go out and get some exercise. Remember, we're all going to get there one day, and I'm sure when we're at that age, we'd appreciate free bus passes. It'll keep us off the road and keep our minds and body healthier. Everyone knows that with old age, we tend to forget things. Our ability to see and hearing is impaired, and we can't react as fast as a younger person would. It becomes difficult for us to bend and turn. This makes it too dangerous for the elderly to drive. If giving them free bus passes will encourage them to go out and exercise, talk to their friends and family, which could potentially reduce the risk of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, it'll be beneficial to their body and their mind because they will be able to go to the local park or do other things. To do this, we should make petitions and take it to whoever's in charge. Our loved ones, ourselves, and the elderly are all at risk when a senior is driving and is incapable of doing so. But they have to because they have tasks and errands that they need to complete also. If they had free bus passes, they'd be encouraged to take the bus, which will help with their well-being and potentially ours. One day, our generation is going to be the elderly. I'm sure we'd find this extremely useful so we can complete our tasks and be safe while doing so. Thank you.